Hey, welcome to Inspiration Station, where we build a sanctuary for your creative spark together. I'm Karina Pardis, a composer, activist, chocoholic, and self-care mom. I'm so glad you're here. This is a place for you whenever you need encouragement or a reminder to believe in you. This episode is about two important things: comfort, which is a basic human need, and breaking free into growth, which is a basic soul need. These two needs sometimes can clash and fight, but if we are to be an artist who follows our creative spark wherever it leads, we need to build harmony between our human needs and our soul needs. John F. Kennedy said, "Every accomplishment starts with the decision to try." Today, I want to invite you to try to find some harmony between your human needs and your soul needs, even when they feel like they contradict each other. The human need for comfort isn't a bad need. In fact, it is essential to our survival. Being able to have comfort includes feeling loved where you are, feeling like you belong, understanding who you are and how you relate to the world around you. It could include knowing where a good hug is, or understanding your comfort foods, or your comfort activities that you do when you're nervous or scared or just need a little love. These are all super important. Something that these comforts do, though, is it develops in us a comfort zone. And it is super natural and normal to want to stay in that zone. You know you belong there. You know everything will be fine. It's great. Lots of sunshine and rainbows, even on rainy days. But sometimes we allow our comfort zone to be a straitjacket, in that it inhibits our growth. It doesn't let us roam free and explore. It keeps us tied up all tight and doesn't let us go anywhere new. Something that I notice a lot in some of my piano students that I inherit, I guess, from other teachers, is that they have a really hard time moving away from C position. So in piano lessons, you have 88 keys on a piano, but a lot of beginning students will often be told to put both of their thumbs on middle C, and that allows them to reach 9 keys easily, so that you can learn proper hand technique and position and how to push your fingers down nicely while keeping the other fingers nice and relaxed, and those are important skills to learn. But I've had students who have been playing the piano for 2 or 3 years and understand that technique and can't do it elsewhere on the piano. Out of 88 keys to explore, they are comfortable staying at 9. And this turns this wonderful teaching tool into what I call the C cage, because they feel like their hands can't move to other areas, even if you go up or down an octave to the next C. It's so hard for them to feel like they relate to the rest of this wonderful instrument. And so in an effort to try to teach them how to learn this beautiful skill and develop this talent, they are inadvertently taught that they can't do it outside of a certain boundary. And that's the danger of comfort zones. I want to read to you some of my favorite quotes about comfort zones and why it's important to try to break free of them. So here's a list. Michael J. Bobak said, "All progress takes place outside the comfort zone." Panache Desai said, "Your brilliance awaits you on the edge of your comfort zone." Doesn't even have to be that far away, just on the edge of it, there's brilliance inside of you if you would go away from this nice, warm, cozy center. Nitin Namdeo said, "Running away from comfort means getting closer to success." Jen Sincero said the walls of your comfort zone are lovingly decorated with your lifelong collection of favorite excuses. That one calls me out super hard. Lovingly decorating our space with all the reasons why we can't go beyond it. That's a hard thing to overcome, but we're going to talk about that. Maya Mendoza said no amount of security is worth the suffering of a mediocre life chained to a routine that has killed your dreams. Again, your comfort zone is beautiful, but it stops being beautiful if you're letting it smother your dreams and not allow you to get where you really want to go. The Instagram account @ILoveUgly said the comfort zone implies the existence of other zones. And this is what I want to explore because this is a really fascinating thing to me. There's the comfort zone. There's the fear zone. There's the learning zone and the growth zone. We are constantly moving between all of these zones. The fear and learning zone are necessary to go through in order to get to your growth zone, that edge where your brilliance lies. As one would expect, the fear zone is really scary. It's where you don't know if leaving your comfort zone is going to be okay, if it's going to turn out all right, if you will survive outside of this cozy place that you have built so lovingly and with so much care. I want to point out your comfort zone will always be there. It never goes away. When you leave it, you don't have to leave it forever. It's always there for you to go to when you need it. And there are definitely times that we need it. But staying there forever bars us from learning and growth. And it also bars us from our creativity. Creativity is not doing the same thing that we're used to doing over and over again, day in and day out. In order to have creativity and have it be fulfilling and uplift our lives and inevitably the lives of others, we need to be able to go beyond what we are used to and what we are comfortable with and what we already know to find these new things. Our soul cannot find its nourishment in the comfort zone. It just can't. Our soul needs growth to survive. But we as humans also need comfort. And I do think that the more we go outside of our comfort zone, the larger our comfort zone expands. It's not a static thing. There's no permanent walls. The only walls that are there are the ones that you build. So if you go beyond your comfort zone and find something that you want to add, you get to do it. It's so wonderful. Think about your comfort zone as a house of Legos. You can create as many wings and add as many blocks as you want. It takes practice. It takes risk. And it takes a lot of learning. Going from your comfort zone into your fear zone into your learning zone, that process as we move towards our growth is what allows us to expand this zone, to marry and find harmony between our human needs and our soul needs, between comfort and growth. There are 2 suggestions that I have for you that you can do in order to deal with these contradicting needs, whether you are in your comfort zone or whether you are venturing outside of your comfort zone. The first is in those moments when you need to go back into your comfort zone, retreat with a plan. Don't go in there not knowing when you're going to go back out again, because it's way too easy to stay for way longer than is good for you. Sometimes that's a daily thing, like, this is really hard for me right now. I'm going to go to the kitchen and make one of my comfort snacks. And after I am done with that snack, I'm going to come back to this hard thing and keep practicing. That's a daily thing. It can be a weekly thing. My mental health is strained from how much I'm pushing beyond my limits. I'm going to come back and take a rest, but I know when I get to this date at this time, I am going to immerse myself into this activity to push me back out there. Retreat to your beautiful place of comfort with a plan to re-engage yourself in the beautiful place of growth. The other tip that I have is that when you go outside of your comfort zone, bring comfort with you. You don't have to go out there alone. You can bring comfort with you in the form of your favorite outfit if you're going to an event that is scary or intimidating. You can bring comfort with you in the form of a friend, or knowing that you can call someone when you need extra support. There are lots of ways that you can bring comfort with you. For me, I find one of the best things is to practice. Viewing going outside of your comfort zone as something to practice for is immensely helpful to me. Knowing that it's okay to make mistakes. But as I practice that, and practice that it's okay to make mistakes here, and know that even if I make mistakes out there, it's still going to be okay. There is nothing out there that can rob you of your creativity. It's yours. It's inside of you. That power can't be taken away. It can only expand. But it only expands to the extent that you allow yourself to break free of what is known. Amy Poehler said, "Great people do things before they're ready." I believe that your comfort zone is beautiful and it is yours. Don't lose it. I also believe that whether you feel like you're ready or not, your growth zone is just as beautiful, if not more so. There are ways for you to expand your comfort zone, to embrace the creativity that drives you. And I know that as scary as that can be sometimes, it is worth it. The risk is worth it, even if it leads to what you would consider failure. And it also allows you to go beyond yourself and your known world so that you can integrate your creativity with the rest of your life that you are living to become a whole person. This is a reality that is possible for you. Being able to understand your comfort zone is really important. Being able to define it and to be able to recognize the stories that we tell ourselves about our comfort zones and about what it looks like beyond those walls that we have built for ourselves. Without naming those things, there's no way for us to fully measure if we are growing. I believe that you will be able to find meaning in both your comfort and in your growth as you find ways to create room for both of them in your life. Thank you so much for listening. I'm excited to talk to you again soon. Until then, stay creative. Here in this moment with human needs and growing dreams, there's so much out there in the world. Commercials and billboards are telling you just what to do and asking who you think you are. Which voice will you listen to when you need inspiration? You